Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about the moon in the 10th house in the natal chart. Now, first off, what I wanted to state was when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the moon placements in the houses. They were a little bit concise, and some people may have referred to them as snappy. So what I decided to do was make another series on them in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So first thing up, well, the moon in the 10th house is comparable to the moon in Capricorn, but naturally you got to blend in the zodiac sign with it. The moon in Cancer in the 10th house naturally would be a lot different than, say, the moon in Aquarius in the 10th house. So um, the thing about this is the moon actually is connected with emotion, our emotional needs. And the moon in the 10th house, well, those emotional needs can be associated with the career, stature in life, social status, ambitions, um, public image, reputation, um, one's responsibilities, the accomplishments and achievements that one may make could be structure as well, the dominant parent, which is often the father, and it could also be attaining some kind of position of authority, and could be management. As an example, being some leader in some group. Now, another thing, and also just being generally successful in life. Now, the moon is also associated with our emotions. So when you have the moon posited in the 10th house, well, those emotions may often be expressed with the dominant parent, again, which is often the father, older people, authority figures, superiors. Um, the emotions may be more disciplined than than many people on average. It could also be where there may be more responsibility in terms of one's emotions. Say if something was done due to one's emotions getting the better of them, the person may be more willing to face the repercussions than most people. It's also about person may put a lot of emotional energy in matters in terms of obtaining some kind of notoriety and recognition, matters in taking care of their public image and reputation. And another thing about the moon in astrology is that it's connected with our responses and our reactions. So when you have the moon posited in the 10th house, naturally those responses and reactions can be disciplined. Um, it's also taking responsibility for them as well. The person may be more responsive in matters connected with the dominant parent, older people, and authority figures more so than most other people on average. And it's also and also in career-related matters, and in attempting to gain, greater social status and stature in life. These are things, where the person may be more in terms of as far as emphasizing the reactions and responses more. This is where they may be more emphasized. Um, and also too, the moon, in the 10th house. Okay, moon is connected with the mother and the family. So the thing about this placement is, the mother and family may play an integral role in your career ambitions, attaining that responsibilities. You have your accomplishments and achievements. Matters that are pertaining to social status and stature in life, how you stack up with others, notoriety, recognition. And this is where, these mother and family, may also be, it could be one or more of these people may be someone that may be famous or have certain notoriety and recognition. It could be people that are about, can be very achievement, accomplishment oriented, people that are very responsible. And the fact that the 10th house takes on Capricorn, overtones and undercurrents, it could indicate that you may see The mother and family, is somewhat, cold or callous or undemonstrative, but you may also see them as people that are very, responsible, ambitious, consistent, and disciplined as well. But naturally, you got to blend in, the moon signs. So, I mean, say if somebody has the moon or Cancer in the 10th house, you may see that the mother and family members is more, empathetic, compassionate, and caring than the typical person that would have the moon positive in the 10th house in their natal chart. Another thing about the moon in astrology is connected with the public. And the thing is the fact, when you have the moon in the 10th house in nature, you have the moon being connected with the public, and the 10th house being associated, with accolades, notoriety, and recognition. This could be a very auspicious placement for public recognition. It could be something where, you know, um, you may be, it could be a government position, something with politics. A lot of this could depend on, the zodiac sign the moon is in. It could be where, the public, may have, very strong influence, on your notoriety and recognition you may attain. Um, it could be something where, the public may be strongly connected, with the dominant parent, which is often the father. It could be authority figures, older people that you're acquainted with, as some examples. Or you may be doing something with the public, associated with accounting or dentistry or any, 10th house or profession in general. Now, the moon is also connected with our unconscious side. So that unconscious side may often be expressed, toward older people, authority figures, and the dominant parent again, which is often the father. And it's also, matters in people that are prominent in their career as well. And the fact that, the 10th house also represents, it's that side of us that, is difficult to suppress. It shows that that unconscious side may come out strongly because that's a side that you may have more trouble actually holding in if you're trying to. And even though the moon is subtle and it's the unconscious side, it's still a the fact when it's in the 10th house, it may come out a little bit stronger because of the fact that the 10th house is connected with that side. That way, is difficult to suppress. So, and the unconscious side may, take on again, like a Capricorn type. You have Capricorn overtones and undercurrents in the side that could be very, structured, disciplined, premeditative, ambitious, responsible, but also maybe somewhat cold or undemonstrative at the same time. Now, the moon in astrology is also associated with our memories. So the moon positive in the 10th house, the person may have many, often reminisce and reflect about matters pertaining to, their career, any recognition or notoriety that was attained, social status, stature in life, things that are connected with the public image and reputation for good or worse. This may be a person that may often think about where their public image and reputation was enhanced somehow, or where it may have been diminished, whether it be due to slander, some kind of prevarication or what have you. Now, another thing, about the moon in astrology is that it's also connected, with nurturing and caring. So naturally, with the moon positive in the 10th house in one's natal chart, the person may strongly care, for older people, authority figures, superiors, supervisors, again, the dominant parent, which is often the father, and also caring for their career, for their stature and like the social status they have and how, he or she may stack up with others, and also, nurturing and caring, for, just about themselves in terms of the success, that one may attain, in his or her life, caring about their responsibilities as well. So, and also people that are prominent in one's career or livelihood. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.